How did you manage to get a job in like the hardest time in history?
It's an interesting question. I don't know, to be honest. A lot of luck. That's how. And, yeah, it's just a very, very lucky experience for me. I mean, I think with the job search in general, a lot of it is luck. And why do I say this? I say this because I applied to God knows how many jobs, and I started maybe in September last year. So I've been doing it for over a year worth of applications, and just basically applying to everything. And I think that there's a method in that, which I'll talk about in a minute. But like, in terms of if I'd got a different interviewer for certain interviews, like I got close to getting a job in certain occasions, but if I got a different interviewer, maybe I would have been successful there. If I had done something slightly differently, if I had read something slightly differently, there's so many aspects. And like, I think in general, getting a job is a combination of you having done your prep properly beforehand, and just pure luck. And having done over 70 or 80 job applications, like I'm a firm believer of it is luck. Or luck has a big part to play in it. And, you know, have your qualifications and have your skills and portray yourself in the best way possible. But also don't be hard on yourself if it's not going anywhere, because it is just bad luck. Like, and I think in terms of, you know, the job application process, like there is, well, what was my approach? It was apply to as many things as possible and see what turns up. And, you know, you can say that's a really good approach, or you could say, you know, that's maybe not the best approach. And the reason for that is if you apply to a lot of things, then you're constantly having to change your mindset of how do you apply to this job? How do you sell yourself best for this job? And how do you, market yourself and write up your CV, write up your cover letter specifically for this job? And I think it takes an awful lot of work to tailor applications for each specific job. And so, you know, because it does take an awful lot of work and time, it's whether or not you're going to do it properly, or whether that's going to eventually just fade out and you're just going to end up not caring and just doing any application that falls into your lap. So there's the risk, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I mean, you could focus on, I mean, if you're passionate and driven about a certain job or a certain sector, then obviously go for it and apply for as many jobs in that sector as you can. But if you're like me, where you don't know where you want to end up and you don't really care what you're going to do, you just want a good job that you can see yourself developing in, then apply to apply to everything you can, I think.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I think as well, like, people forget that. I think once you start, it's the hardest part, because now that you're in the door, you've got like some experience from your CV, you can really just move around, if not internally, like just to a different company entirely, because you got that on your CV.
That's the thing as well, like, just looking back on it, I think the hardest part for me applying to jobs was a lack of experience. Like, and you know, yeah, okay, graduate jobs, you're not meant to necessarily have experience, but internships, I didn't have anything notable to put as an internship experience. I had an internship which I did at the University of Bristol, where I was doing research. Realistically, that doesn't help me very much in a professional job. That helps me very much if I was going to go and do a PhD, but if I was going to do anything else that wasn't academic related, maybe it's not the most helpful thing. And that's what I was finding. It wasn't the most helpful thing. So I think I had a lot of challenges in terms of trying to find a job without experience. And that's the thing as well. So this is what I found, like, coming into this year. And so it was apparent to me in maybe March, when a bunch of my interviews and everything got cancelled or postponed, I was going to struggle, because at that point it was, okay, cool, everyone now is applying for these jobs. When it reached September, like I was doing the previous year, everybody in that year at uni in their final year, they're going to be applying to these jobs. The employee pool the prospective employee pool is just huge, and everybody wants these jobs, but the numbers are the same or they're less. So it then gets to the point of, okay, how are you going to find something? There's so many, the competition is so much more fierce. So then I think that is a struggle, and I think it will be a struggle from now, for next year and the year after. Like, I don't think it's going to be necessarily the easiest ride.
That's the thing, yeah.
But I think trying to apply to a very broad range of things, you probably have more chance.
Because like, people say it's going to go back to normal, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, like, as you admit as well, like, a lot of people were held back. There are a lot of people that didn't get the chance back then that are going to be applying now. And a lot of these companies just aren't hiring the same. Like, I've noticed as well this year, a lot of these internships that I saw last year just don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
And it's because there's just no space.
It's true. And I think one thing to note is you shouldn't be picky of what you can get. I think at this point now, you should be just taking whatever you can get. And I think if you're in the position to get any sort of relevant work experience, whether that's 6 weeks or a month or just even if it's short, it doesn't matter, but get your foot in the door. Because coming to this year, I had a lot of mates that they'd done internship experience, and because of that, they had their jobs lined up, or they had a lot of job offers. Not necessarily that they took them, but they had the offers there. Do you know what I mean? And that's such a safe bet. If you go to an internship and you're good, and you know, when eventually you're ready to graduate, and they probably will be taking on grads, you're in a very good position to get that job.
That's true.
So I think try as hard as you can to get an internship, or just get some work experience. It doesn't even have to be paid. And yeah, fair enough. That's not the easiest thing it's easy for me to say. It's difficult to live on that, but make the best of your situation and just try. Do you know what I mean?
We hope you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want more content, be sure to check out our full episodes either here on YouTube or down below through the link in the description to find podcasts wherever you typically find your podcasts. Alternatively, in the meantime, you can follow us on social media to stay up to date between episodes. Either way, I'm happy you guys were here to join us today. Hope you enjoyed the clip. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.